Hello, welcome to the Weather Hazard Briefing presented by National Weather Service Pocatello for Sunday, January 15th. Here's what you'll see in this presentation. We have a winter storm moving through right now, basically situated in the northern Great Basin. It will continue to affect our weather through Monday evening. During that time, expect light to moderate snowfall above 6,500 feet elevation, and in locations below that elevation, expect a rain and snow, sometimes mixed together. Also expect light to moderate wind with this storm. And storm total as much as 12 inches, with some of that had started yesterday afternoon and late afternoon and last overnight. But for most of the locations above 6,500 feet, look for 4 to 10 inches. And this has generated some winter weather advisories, which we'll take a look at. And then there's a winter storm moving through the southern Great Basin that'll bring a light wraparound precipitation for Tuesday, mostly along our border with Wyoming. And then the next winter storm of significance arrives Wednesday afternoon in central Idaho and then spreads eastward on Wednesday night. So let's take a look at all this. First, starting with a satellite image from this morning, you can see widespread clouds. You can see the low circulating through the southern Great Basin that is spreading all this moisture up today. And it will already start to clear by this afternoon, especially in our western zones, as this continues its, as you can see, its eastward track. And then there's a low over here. This is the one that will be moving in for Tuesday, and again creating some light precipitation. And current warnings and advisories in effect. There is one lone warning. It's over the border in Utah. For most of our area, it is winter weather advisories. And again, most of the good accumulations of snow will be occurring above 6,500 feet. So in the morning for the Magic Valley and South Hills, we will continue to see rain and snow. And then in the Snake River Plain, that continues into the afternoon, but starts to die out then. The southeast and eastern highlands will definitely be getting snow. They already have it this morning. It'll continue into the overnight hours. Elsewhere, the chance of snow is mostly in the morning for the Lost River, Wood River area. Same for the Sawtooth and Lemhi County, where the snow is likely to be falling there this morning. By Monday, we're down to a slight chance of snow in most locations, with the exception of the eastern highlands, where it does sort of hang on and continue to accumulate during the morning. But most of this is all over by the morning hours. And so by the afternoon, we're looking at fairly clear. And then Tuesday, that low moves across to the south of us, and this brings a slight chance of snow to some locations, and the best chances for snow, once again, the southeast and eastern highlands. Then on Wednesday, starting in the west, the snow will start moving in the afternoon. And so there's a chance of snow in the Lost River, Wood River, Sawtooth area. And then it spreads in the evening to Lemhi County, the South Hills, Magic Valley, Snake River Plain, and then later that night to the southeast highlands and eastern highlands. So it makes this slow eastward progression. And then the snow clears from west to east, as you can see here on Thursday, with most locations continue to get accumulations of snow, although in the central Idaho mountains it's down to just a chance of it occurring still. So let's look at the low temperatures this morning. A lot of places stayed above freezing with all the cloud cover. So a lot of places it just got rain during the overnight hours. And a lot of places it's mixing with snow, and it's finally going to drop colder out here in the Arco Desert area, as it usually tends to do. Snowfall amounts overnight up until this morning. You can see, again, for the most part, light accumulations, with the exception of some areas down here in the South Hills and in the southeast highlands, where it got to 2 to 3 almost. All right, so this is a map for today. Here's all of the weak low pressure over the entire Pacific Northwest, really. And as you can see, generating snow in this area. And there should be a rain-snow mix there, which they kind of missed on our national charts. So snowfall ounce this morning, you can see this is until 11 a.m. Most of the accumulations now, after some pretty good accumulations over the central Idaho mountains. Its focus is more on the southern highlands into the southeast highlands. And then by this afternoon, it continues to shift its eastward. And you can see it already ending in places like Stanley, Sun Valley, and Haley. And then during the evening hours, it's even more focused, basically north of Swan Valley. And then during the late night hours, it continues to hang on and linger in that northeast corner of our forecast area. This afternoon, this is the peak winds. You can see it's a lot of westerly flow behind the feature that's causing all this, and gusts almost near, slightly over 30 miles an hour in some locations, but in the high 20s. And this could cause some drifting of snow where it gets into the higher elevations, but obviously a lot of rain down here in the eastern Magic Valley, so it's not a factor. And then the high temperatures today, you can see not quite as warm as yesterday. We had a lot of 40s, not so much today. 40s hanging on in Burley and Twin Falls, upper 30s for places like Blackfoot and Pocatello. Okay, low temperatures tonight. You can see it starts to get cold as the skies clear. A lot of single-digit and below zero temperatures here in the central Idaho mountains. And then a lot of 20s where the clouds do hang on here in our southeast and eastern locations. All right, so snowfall amounts. This is through midnight tonight. Again, the yellow is where it gets in excess of 6 inches. So you can see that's pretty limited in areas, and that's what would generate a winter weather advisory, and that's why it does continue today. All right, here on Monday, you can see a low starting to move in. This is a low that's going to move in later on Tuesday, move through, generate some precipitation over our southern border region. But otherwise, most places will be dry with the exception of the snow hanging on here in our northeast corner. And so that's where it is. You can see, though, it is light, less than an inch here on Monday morning. And then Monday afternoon, it's a half inch or less since these are all reading 0. The wind gusts, these are the strongest ones on Monday. This is Monday evening. You can see we have reverted back to the northeast flow as that low approaches from the south and switches our winds over. But these are gusts, and so with a gust of 16, as you can imagine, the winds are fairly light. High temperatures on Monday. You can see a little bit cooler with the, especially in the southwest corner, as the north flow kicks in at the surface and brings in the colder air. And then low temperatures, you can see the low single digits now spread into the Snake River Plain. But a lot of cloud cover keeps, especially our southwest corner, fairly warm during the overnight. And this is for this 24-hour period of Monday where the snow will be falling. Again, most of this during the morning. That's all I have. If you have any further questions, you can always contact us at this telephone number. Check out the weather yourself at weather.gov/Pocatello. Thanks for watching.